getting the car painted, and the painter wants me to take as much of the chrome trim off this thing as I can. It's really dirty too, so I thought I'd give it a clean. I've only seen one video on the internet on how to take it apart by a German dude who does a pretty good job. But I can't understand it, so I thought it'd be worth it if I did it as well. So apparently he starts with these first and takes them off, so let's go with that. Mine uses a Phillips head. He's used a hex nut. They came out really easily, not very tight at all. And I don't know what happens here, so just lift it up. That's it. Okay, both of those bangers are out. So I've moved on to taking the handle off. Just here, which way it goes on, I guess. Which is that way. Sorry, which way it goes on, which is that way. I guess if I spin it the other way, does it still fit nicely? Not really as nice, so anyway, it goes that way. That's it. There was just this pulled up and just two 8mm bolts in the end. Just undid them. Forget the cushions, that's for the cat. So the cat sits on it, doesn't wreck it. And that's all come a bit loose there. These bits on the other side are just sort of broken away almost, like they're brittle as all go get out instead of all just flaking away. Plastic's deteriorated a lot on these ones. So I'll either replace them or leave them bare. Okay, so it's out. It's loose, I think. Is it a bit loose? Yep. So I'll just find out what the next bit is and we'll move on to that. I think it might be this seal, but not sure. Also, when they guys got my window replaced at some stage, happened with my front windscreen as well. The seal, the people putting it back in don't give a fuck, and they just glue the exposing seal gets onto the trim and sticks the trim in. Don't know why they can't just put paper there or something, or just something you can slice away to make it a bit neater, but gonna have to somehow dislodge this trim. Look how dirty it is. Wow, dislodge this trim without, I don't know, breaking it. I think you pull it up towards you, so somehow I'm gonna have to cut through that without damaging stuff as best I can. See how I go. Basically cut away the black, or scraped away the black stuff. We use a screwdriver sort of under it just to help clean it out a bit. And I've got this side's just started to come off, pulling it towards me. And I've got the other two to go. Okay, so I successfully got this piece off. I've given it a clean. I can't get it perfect. I might try those bits later. Looks a bit better than what the dirty was beforehand. This bit here, might have seen, was all had window sealer and that all on it. It was all gunked up, so basically it was sitting like that. I've got a scalpel, basically, whatever they call it. I just sort of went along and just sort of cut it away a bit and this and that, and then pulled it. Didn't think it was coming and tried and swore a lot and etc. And eventually it came out. So for those who want to see it, that's how it came out. It's pulled it up this way, like that. You can see these clips. I'll roll it over. These clips underneath, wedged in. So really, these sit. If I can pull one off it, it's basically sit in it like that. And so that now exposes this screw here. It's a little bit loose here. So I think I just take that one off there. And I think it just pulls out. I'm not sure. We'll give it a go. I'll unscrew that and I'll see what happens. Just realised that this will all be glued in as well with the sealer from the window. So I'm going to have to cut that out as well with the scalpel, for fuck's sake. Also, don't even notice, there's like a gap here between my glass and the hardtop. It's like a centimetre gap that's filled by the film. It's meant to be there, but this bit pulled out quite loose and easy. I cut up here to get rid of the black sticky crap from window thing and just sort of edged it and pulled it and scraped it and pulled it out like that, and out it came. There are clips here. It's got a couple of clips here and here, so basically it went like that. It slid up into it like that. So it's basically, to get it out, you pull it straight down or sort of tweak it out. Okay. Next we've got to pop these bangers off. The guy uses a screwdriver just to flick it off. Let's have a look how he does it. Mine are probably all, they'll probably just pop off pretty easy without damaging. Oh, there's a bit of metal there, I can leverage it off. There's a bit of metal there, I can just, yes, I'm not touching the trim. Next intake off, this thing I'm going to need 2 shifters or whatever, anyone's trick to undo those 2 bolts. The centre bit just screwed out, just literally pulled out once the top came off it. Came off, and then I think I undo this. Where are they? That screw's missing. That's missing. I've loosened that one. That one's there. There's one there. One there. There's another one missing there. Half the stuff that holds this trim on, I think. So I'm going to take them off. See if I can get this. I was looking upside down. This trim here come off, and then I've got a feeling I don't want to pull that out in case it bends it, but that comes out, just pulls out. Pull that strip down. Then we're going to do a few things in here and peel this piece off. Then the aluminium or whatever it is comes off. I think there. We've also got these little screws here to come off to get the chrome off the back. 80% of them are turning, so I might try to be a real handyman and get like a soldering iron on it and heat them up a bit, expand them a bit and see if that comes off. And I guess this seal will come off, just clip off by the looks of it. Anyway. Okay, I had a lot of trouble separating these two, so I got a nut. I don't know what the size is, I just fluked it. I'll have to check what the size is later, but I got that in there. Held that with that. And used this banger underneath and worked against each other. Because I couldn't get too thin enough to sort of separate those 2 bolts. I had difficulty getting access, but anyway, nut in the top, stop the middle spinning, and then undo it. So I've got that one loose now. I've got a bit more space now, but you might be able to see what I've got going on here. And the nut is going clockwise, and I'm undoing the bolt that I've put in there is going clockwise, and the nut anti-clockwise to undo. I had to use this first time because I just wasn't enough room, but now I've got a bit of space. I can get these 2 in on each other. So anyway, I'm going to do that. There is a little washer in there. I don't know if you can see it, little washer. That sits on the nut side. On the top, little washer goes on the top, just for my own record. Screw that in as far as I can go. Just on the top nut. Thanks, go on. That's it. Still needs this. We're loose. Okay, we're away. Oh, it's stuck in there again. Okay, so I'm going to get this seal out next. So basically, I think I just pull it out straight down. There's obviously aluminium stuff there. I don't want to bend those, but I'll just do it gently. The video I saw, a guy just pulls it out here, so I'll give that a go. screw there to get that off. I think you got to take these and take this off to get to this. To get to this off, I think we've got to take these little screws out. So I'll pull that out. This bit here fell out of the corner for some reason. I don't know what that's done onto. Nothing seems to be broken off the seal, so it looks like it was wedged in there. Not sure. Maybe it was making wind noise one day and someone jammed something in there. Also, I found this thing here. I don't know what that is or what that's doing in there, but that was in there like that. So I don't know if it's part of the seal or not. No. Don't know. So it'll be interesting if these things are on the other side. But that's that. That's that there. All right, I'll now undo that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, that screw, and that screw, and take that bit off. Okay, just for reference, these bits come off the vertical, off the horizontal. This one came off and it had a little bit of, I don't know, glue or something there at the end for some reason. Also looks like maybe sort of shims put in here a little bit along here. Don't know what the other side looks like from here. Sort of a, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's had work on it done before, no idea. Don't want to bend this, obviously. Looks like this bit's coming off. Padding there. Maybe putting this back together may not be as simple as I think. This just peels off. Like a spider might have had a bit of life in there. Rocking. And then now we can get under these bits. That can come off, undo that screw, all the screws around here, and that should come off. This one, it's pretty loose. Looks like around this area here, there's something holding it on, so I've got to get and have a look. This side's just dropped out. I haven't done that end yet, so I'll have to sit that there for a sec. This back bit's just coming out. It's just pulled off. For years I've always wanted to clean this bit because it's been so close to the windscreen I've never been able to, so I look pretty excited about that. This should technically just come out. Looking here, there's nothing holding it on in that spot. It's probably just stuck. It's going to give it a wiggle. It was just pushed stuck against the window, like stuck over top, like nothing. So, but be gentle, they're old, don't want to break them. No shim on this side, whatever you want to call it, so thinking maybe the other side might have had work done to it or something. I don't know, maybe the headline was replaced, who knows. That came out pretty easy. Okay, same again, undo screws, take this bit off, take that bit off. This one had a seal along it, this one didn't, so I'm assuming because this has actually been taken, for whatever reason, been taken apart at some stage in its life, even though it's been in our family since we purchased it, and I can't remember, I mean I was only a kid, I was 4 when it was purchased, but I can't remember ever the hardtop ever been in any damage at all. Okay. I fought pretty hard with all these little screws. There's one more to get out there. I used a soldering iron to heat it up a little bit. Don't know whether it did much on that one, but this one down here I could not budge. Anyway, put a soldering iron on it, heated it up, then tried to get a little bit, started sort of cracking and stuff, and it just come out. So taking just these back ones off here, and this is literally just pulled off. With shit falling out of it, so there you go. The side ones also have this black little, I don't know, plastic think you can see it here. I don't know what it's for, what the hell it does. But it's actually set to go like that for whatever reason. Yeah, like that. There you go. Maybe it'll occur to me later. Okay, so I've taken these bits off the trim here with the little screws, whatever. I thought that might have been holding or getting in the way of these window ones, but they have nothing to do with them whatsoever. They're just their own trim. One more to go on the other side, a few screws with a bit of WD-40 in there, and don't know. So I'm going to attempt to take this one off here. I don't know if it's two parts or one, but there's a couple of little screws here. Screws there, and I can't see any. Oh, that's probably clipped on. Who knows? Let's give it a go. So I just sort of gave this a little gentle just to pull to see if anything would move, and it moved out a bit. And I realised this whole section just sort of pops out, so I'm just going to. It just seems to be like, I don't want to bend it obviously, but that's just push fit at the minute, so I'm just going to gently, and I mean gently, I know it looks rough as guts, pry my way around. Very gently, so I can feel it popping off. Yes, I should be using a trim tool, but I'm being gentle. Coming off surprisingly. Get off it. Dude. Yeah, get up there, that's what the cushions are there for. Go on, up. Bloody cats. So I've got cushions over the bloody thing because they sleep on it. Okay, once again, just really gently. Seems like it's sort of more wedged in down here. I don't know if that's true or not, so I don't know, I'm a bit cautious up this end. You can sort of feel it slightly moving it. I'm really not putting much pressure on at all. Just going to keep playing with it with two hands and just, if anything different, I'll check back in. Okay, so it's just sort of flopping out here. You can see clips, not really easy to see. You can see one there. There's a clip there, a clip there, and it just pushes onto it. These got, you can just see the clip's still connected, maybe on that there. I'm not sure what's happening down this end. I've taken these two screws out, but this will fucking. Don't know if this just pulls up or pulls out or pulls off. I don't know. I presume it's the same sort of thing, but unsure about this section here because it is all connected. That one here comes all the way up here, and this is sort of sitting in it a bit. I don't know how it looks. Maybe they're two separate sections. Not sure. Okay, I think this stuff is just held on by the screws, and any sort of adhesive or seal or anything, I think it just pulls off. So I'm going to just gently pry my way and feel my way through this one here, and see how we go. Well, I'm at this front just to get at it. I've put up this front seal, so I'm just going to peel that off. I just don't want to bend it. And this thing's friggin', what is it? 81, 2001. 76, 86, 96, 2006, 2016, nearly 50 years old. Yeah, I've just been getting a bit of a knife under there just to break that up. I'm just going to keep working on it. Getting a little bit of movement here. You can see that or not. So I'm just going to work my way down without bending it because this bit seems quite fixed. Okay, that's out. What I ended up doing, it was sitting like that. Ended up, without bending it, I ended up getting my fingernails under there like that and just gently, got a bit of movement and just gently pulled it out, and it came quite easily in the end. So yeah, there it is there. want to get the chrome off the top, so I think I've got to get into this somehow. And whether I find the screws and just drill a little hole, and instead of taking the whole headliner off, or take the whole headliner off. I just don't want, 50 years old, I just don't want it to crack. Sure, you can buy new ones, but anyway, that chrome's off. Boom. Gonna work my way around to the other side, but I might take this seal off while I'm at it. So I assume I just get, yeah, just a couple of flat heads under each of these, and those popped out pretty much. So that's the seal done. Okay, with that trim off, I can now get rid of those cushions. Take this front bit off and then try to get under. I'm presuming to get the chrome off the top here, just the under there with that chrome there. There's my hand there. I have to undo screws along here. I'm just assuming, but I don't know. So I've just got to take these screws off by the looks of it, and that bit should come off, and see how we go. I just rolled it over, and there's a seal here that was on the windscreen down the bottom, which seems to just sort of pull out. Pull that up. That's it. So I'm just trying to get this trim off. So I'm just gonna, obviously it's gonna be held on by clips. Probably pull straight like these ones here. You can't see that very well. Got a little glow in it. Just get under there and wedge it up. See how we go. Okay, so I've literally just got my fingertips under this top bit here. And I've just pulled it and it's just popped a little bit. So I've moved down here, popped a little bit. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way down and see where it can maybe move across around the other side. Just pry it up.
Good shots.
Overnight my window has fallen in, which I'm actually really happy with, because I want to get under there and clean, but it's got to come all the way without shattering. But yeah, there you go, self window removal. Leave it upside down for a night. Just run a scalpel under it, and out she comes. Except for this cord here, the defrost cord. Hang on. I had this window replaced and they never reconnected the defrost up properly. So that would technically run shit in there somewhere. And out here. Guess I could attach it to that and drag it through maybe. Don't know. Yeah, it's out. Yeah, so I don't know what actually gives it its curve underneath. Like, it might be stuck to the foam here. Can feel gently because it's not there. I don't know why it's not flat, but if I roll it over, maybe it's flat and just hangs straight across. These handles keep it in a little bit, but you know, don't know. Not going to find out. So on the video stand, I'm going to try to do. So what I'm doing is basically getting under there just to start with. I've done it here. I'll just show what I did. And just like. Just work my way along like that underneath, and that gives you a bit of peel up. Just work your way through the whole thing, just doing little things like that. Every now and again they stick around the holes. Just get your screwdriver in there and divvy it, and yeah, just here I am here, just using my finger a little bit to roll it up, just sort of peeling it back a bit. When it gets stuck here like that, just get a screwdriver there and just get those little bits up like that. Sometimes you put your screwdriver through it, but we're under the trim area, so it doesn't really matter. Get rid of that, and then it just sort of keeps going. So yeah, pull it up like that. Keep working it. Yeah, baby. Okay, then move to the garage. Gonna try to take one of these out before I get too far on, and just hopefully I don't damage the chrome on the other side. I just saw a thing to take pot rivets out. I don't know if it's true or not, but you knock the centre it down and through the hard metal bit in the middle, and that gives you the soft aluminium just to drill out. If you leave the hard bit in there, it makes it really hard. So going to try to knock out the centre through it and drill it out, see if that works. I should probably pry this back a little bit more, which I might do with a little screwdriver. So really, I've just been, I know I was showing it earlier, just tapping it out, pulling it up, giving it a little thing, and it just sort of cracks off and breaks with the glue. It looks like it's going to rip. It does a little bit in places. There's a few little bits here that are sort of torn, but that's under the trim. I reckon I can stick that back down and trim that up, glue that back in pretty nicely. So I think it's worth the effort doing it this way than just getting a new headliner, because I can't be bothered getting a new headliner. This one won't clean up perfectly, but it's original, you know, whatever. Okay, I'm going to try to knock out that little pot rivet in there. Just before I do knock it out, looking at this rivet, it looks actually hollow in the middle. So I may just try drilling it out first and see how far I get. And without banging in and around, I don't know why. Yeah, I'll give it a drill out first. That drilled out really easily. I don't know if you can sort of see it, but the top's... Okay, it's just destroyed. Let's peel all that up. I got one here. Here's the back of the banger. There's the front. One there. One, two more. One, two. So two at the front. Just another point to note: when you're drilling it out, you can actually see it drop down. You see there's a bit of a gap there between the hole and the rivet underneath it, or through it. So you don't have to punch it out. This one's dropped a little bit as well. This one hasn't dropped yet, but a bit of a, you know, so anyway, just so, I don't know why I'm pointing that out, but it just falls out basically, so don't bend the chrome on the other side. So there's little rubber almost washers between the pot rivet and the roof, little rubber things. I don't know if I should, stop rattles. I don't know why they were there, but I might ask someone who does this kind of shit why they would be there and what I can put there to, I'll get a professional to put it back on again. Don't know. Anyway, that's in between the pot rivets. Let's lift that up. Bang, she's out. I thought there was a seal on that, but there is no seal. And that is why those pot rivets have a little seal around them. Because there's no... pot rivets have a seal around them because there is no seal on the actual guide. There's no seal, there's some sort of tape. Sticky tape on it. So, besides that, no seal. Wow. If that was your day job to get that out, that is a piece of piss. Because it's not my day job. It took a bit. But yeah, there's a little rip here, like I've ripped it here, but there's the whole planet that comes across the top here. So I reckon I can glue all that back down. Pretty schmick. With the covers on it. And it'll be fine. Pretty happy with that. So let's go do the next one, and that's done. That can go off for painting. The painter guy can work it if he wants the glass out on the side or not.